Hey, 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 everyone. Hope everyone had a good week. It's good to see all of you. Um, yeah, so Stanley, it's good you have the interest of outside US YouTube payment is hard for me. Yeah, sorry, Stanley. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I don't know what their deal is. Like I said, it's YouTube. You would expect them to be like very international and have their shit together with payment processing for people that live outside the United States. I would imagine I don't know what the deal is, like what it is you guys are all encountering or what the issue is. I know that in particular, people in South Africa, I think, or in Africa, are having the most trouble. Is people in the Africa region? Hey, Jose in the house. Um. Oh, yeah, that's a good point, Jose. What I'll do is after. Oh, you know what? Here, why don't I just do this now? Share. Copy link. Here's the notes, everyone, to the Evernote containing the install instructions. Um, yeah, and then that's what we're going to be covering in today's class. Maybe ahead of every class, I'll just send out the install instructions to all of you for the instructions we're going to follow. Is everyone cool with that? Would that help all of you if I published the class, like I guess their class notes, um, but the install instructions for our tools ahead of time. That way, all of you can install it and get ready before the class starts, and then come with any challenges or problems or issues that you have ahead of the class, or even help some of the other students in the Discord channel who are having issues. Um, but yeah, that's the Evernote. I don't know if you guys need an actual account to be able to access that with Evernote, but let me know if it's forcing you to authenticate or something. Corey, good to see you. Hey everyone. Matt, everyone's in the house. I unfortunately, because it's we're publishing to a private members only thing on YouTube. For some reason, Restream can't tell me how many people are in the channel, but yeah. Hopefully everyone's here, so we will get started. All right, I'm gonna give everyone. Let's give everyone one more minute. Yeah, it's 4:05. We'll give everyone 1 minute. Let me just do tech check here. Make sure everyone can see my screen. Make sure everyone can see my screen. Okay. Ubuntu wants to update. Should we let it update? Maybe not in the middle of a class. Let's just not do that. All right, so I just want to kind of update everyone on where we left off. Uh Sorry everyone. I know when I switched to the laptop you can't see me anymore, but I mean it's better for all of you, right? So my face isn't covering up all the important stuff. Um but just to kind of discuss where we left off last week to remind everyone where we left off was we installed the OS, we got Java installed, so Java runtime environment installed, Java development kit. We also installed mlocate. I just like to use the locate command when I'm trying to find stuff. It's called just locate. You type locate and then the file you're looking for at the command line, and it will search for you. I prefer that over the find command. We installed Minim proxy, so we're going to be using Minim web in our lab exercises, and then we installed Frida. We also, I think Python. Oh, we also installed Python. Duh. So we needed Python, so we installed Python 3.8, and then we went ahead and installed Frida and got that fully installed. And all of you can see that here, where we just simply within the Frida virtual environment, we're just typing in Frida dash dash version, and that gives us the version of Frida that was installed, which is at the current version, I think 15.2.2. So next, we're going to continue in this class with Android 2.29 emulator. Is that 29 or 2.9? I think it's Android 29. And we'll continue starting the emulator with the writable file system, getting Minim proxy all set up, and all that fun jazz, as well as installing and running the Android app that we're going to be hacking or bypassing the certificates in. Okay? All right. Everyone ready? Everyone excited? Everyone sitting down? Everyone got your coffee? Let's do this. All right. So hopefully everyone's here. Let's go ahead and get going. You know what? I'm gonna do a sudo apt. Oh, let me exit this first. I'm gonna do a sudo apt install SSH. I just want to get SSH running on this. Oh, I already did that. For those of you who are new to Linux, all netstat minus -an will basically it basically tells you, hey, list every open port, everything listing on this machine, and the service that's attached to it. So in this case, it Unix open sockets, if you will, and then this is listing on all interfaces. So 0.0.0.0 is everything. Port 22 for inbound connections, and of course, we all know that that is the default port for SSH, right? So PSAUX lists our running processes, and we can see here SSHD is started, so I can now SSH to the machine. This is probably just because of, I don't know if all of you can, here, I'll switch to my camera. All of you can see me, my body is all contorted right now. I kind of want to just SSH from my Mac so my body doesn't get all jacked up from that position. So I'm going to SSH instead to this machine, and I'll just share my screen. Because I know all of you want to look at my pretty face while we do this. Just kidding. All right, let's see. How do I share my screen? Oh, okay. Share. All right. So that's that. That's that. That's that. That's that. You guys can see all my crap that's open. I have like a bazillion windows open right now. Sorry about that. All right. Now we're at my frickin' desktop. All right. Let me get this bigger. Okay. SSH. 192.168.1.110, and we want to SSH as a list night. Add the certificate to our known certificates file, and we're in. Okay, so hopefully everyone can see that. If you want, I can make it one step bigger. All right, and we're in. So let's continue on with our instructions. Now we're going to go ahead, and now that we've got Frida installed, we're just going to go ahead and get Android emulator set up and working. So it's installing all the stuff for Android emulator. That wasn't too bad, right? Download the command line tools only at so you can download the full version of Android Studio. I wouldn't recommend it because you really don't need to. So what you can do is jump directly to the Android Studios download and download the tools only. Command line tools only. Oh, oops, we don't want that. What am I doing? Oh, you know what? I have to do that on my Linux box. Link installed? Or maybe wget. Can I use wget? Copy. What is the freaking? Oh no, I can't wget that. All right, hold on, everyone. I'm just gonna let me switch to. We're gonna need to do some stuff in the GUI anyway, so it's all good. That wasn't too bad. Alrighty then. Come down. Come down. I hate this. Nice fast connection here. I gotta figure out how to get some background music going so we can all listen to music while I'm without it interrupting my voice, so you guys can still hear me. Get some music in here. All right, we've got that downloaded. All right. Oh, where it kind of gets a little funky. All right, so we want to mkdir dev tools, mkdir. Oh. Dev tools for Android. Your Android and inline tools. This is a real pain, by the way, everyone. If any of you have installed the Android 29 emulator, the install process could be a hell of a lot better, easier. Okay, so then we just need to move the command line tools to that directory. All right, there we go. All right, we already did that. Sudo vi. Oh yeah, you want to make sure that that stupid box is covering my command. Hold on, let me move this up. Restream's got this weird box thing at the bottom. So we're just going to append this at the bottom of the command of the file, of the bash rc file. It's just path stuff. All right. And to make sure that all of that worked, we should be able to just hit SDK version. Oh. Java go no direct user. Oh, not invalid. Java $sign Java home. Echo. Oh. Java. Correct. What the hell is the problem? Java home is set to an invalid directory. What was that file called where we set that before? Environment. These are bin Java. Do I remove that last Java part? bin. Set to an invalid directory user bin Java. Oh, you know what? Hold on one second. Source environment. Source manager. I know that's not right. Sorry, everyone. I know I'm typing fast. Let me go back to chat, see what all of you are saying. In the notes, you had set the Java home variable to another file. 1 second. Oh, at the end of file, user lib jvm. Oh. I see what you guys mean. Okay, hold on. User bin Java. Okay. Why did I put user bin Java? It's a completely different. Hold on. Thanks, Jose. Let me see what's going on here. So Java sudo object config sudo vt Java at the end of file. Where did I get this user bin Java thing? Ugh! Okay, that still doesn't work. Hold on 1 second. What's happening? User lib jvm. That's there. Java 11. Did the version get updated? Java-11 open JDK AMD64 in Java. That is totally a legit path. Echo $Java home. All right, guys and girls, what's happening here? What does it want? That's what I had in my notes. SDK manager -- version. Java home is set to an invalid directory. Are we pointing at the wrong directory? Java home should be set to the home JDK directory, not the JDK bin directory. You need to set Java home like this. All right, so they're saying set it to the main root of JDK. Okay. So instead of bin Java, you need to change that to just. Bet you that's it. Come back. There we go. Don't you? My favorite tweet that I read was, "You know you're making progress when you get a new error message. All right, so cannot determine SDK root. So that's good. Either specific, if it is either specified explicit with SDK or moves package into its expected location. Line tools latest. Okay. Where did we mess up another path? So this is related to command line tools, so it doesn't like the directory that it's not in. All right, hold on, wait 1 second. Let's Google this. I don't want to move that directory. I think I kind of would rather. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I have a note here that says latest as up in the command line. You know what? I think I screwed up that directory structure. Let's create a directory called latest. And let's move this into latest. Right? Do all of you agree with that? I think that sounds right. Okay. Now we need to change our file. Let's make that DevTools, Android Home, command line tools list. Right? Do all you agree with me? All right. SDK Manager version. Woo! We got it. All right. Okay. So update my notes because that was clearly wrong. So this needs to, instead of pointing to bin Java, it needs to be just main. It just wants to know the main root of your Java installation. And then we want to make sure that command line tools is placed into a latest directory. And then I think that's what I was doing here was when I unzipped it, I had latest.zip and it just created that subdirectory and placed all the files in there. So I didn't think to note that. So let's say unzip command line Linux, whatever, into DevTools, Android, CMD line tools / latest, and then ls-l command tools latest to make sure file folder structure is correct. Then we add this, and then we need to say instead of /bin, we need to make that latest /bin. And then we should be good to go. So SDK Manager version. Cool. Let me just make sure everyone can still see my screen. Let me go back to our chat screen. Cool. Hey, Funky. Awesome. Everyone got it working. Yeah, that sent me on the right track. Thanks, Jose. Awesome. Okay, so let me go back. Oh, sorry, everyone. I know that looks terrible. All right, let's move on. So SDK Manager -- list. And so this is going to list all the different versions. So we're just testing out the tool, make sure that it can see everything. And it downloaded it. Now we're going to do SDK Manager Platform Tools, Platforms Android 29. Make sure you're in the right window. Accept yes. Have you ever seen those like EULAs where you have to do a capital Y? I swear to God, and it just exits out if you do a lowercase y. The struggle's real. This is a real thing. I swear to God. Like maybe I don't know, maybe midway into my career or something, I was like struggling with the installing this tool, and I couldn't get past the EULA, and it was because I kept hitting lowercase y. And then I noticed that you had to do a capital Y, and then it accepted it. It totally sucked, and I was like trying to troubleshoot for the longest time, pulling my hair out, and it was because I wasn't doing a capital Y. It was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I want to say it was maybe on a Sun Solaris box or something. I was installing something on a Solaris Spark machine. So stupid. Yeah, back when you actually had to pay for the C compiler. Okay. Okay. Where were we at? So we just platform Android 29. Now we're gonna copy and paste this command. That's the system image. And then after that, we're going to use a tool called AVD Manager, create AVD. I've had problems with this tool in the past, so hopefully that will go off without a hitch. By the way, watch your dashes here. That's gotten me. All of this seems to be right. I actually ended up with 2 pixel virtual environments, two completely different pixel phones. And machine because I forgot to do a dash on one of them. So just the best thing when in doubt, if you can, just copy paste. All right, let's flip back to this while that's installing. Awesome. So how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Everyone doing good? Everyone's happy? We're not really running into many issues. That was our first issue, but we got through it. Just fat fingered the path there for what path it wanted to, what the Java home was that it wanted. So just kind of got to watch that kind of stuff. I don't know if anyone is following along together with us as a group, but let me know if you run into any weirdness. Hey, Red. My problem with Android emulator is if I install with Google Play, the device is not rooted. If I install without Google Play, it is root, but then I can't get APKs installed. Yeah, Red, we're gonna go through that. So the command, what you're wanting to do here, let me show you something. So here in the instructions, I don't know if you see this further down. Blah 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 blah. You need to make sure you're going to run into all kinds of problems if you don't start the emulator with a writable file system, and then you have to remount the file system as writable with ADB, and then you also need to mount it as root. So ADB root and then ADB remount, and then that will rewrite it, reload it with write privileges, and then here's some AV BCTL disable verification stuff. It's just these are the most important commands I found. It took a lot of trial and error, but finally got it. And you definitely need to do the ADB wait for device stuff, and then mount ADB as root, and then remount it with the writable file system. So all this is like super important stuff to add in. And then again, that dash writable system needs to be enabled. So it's all about how you start your emulator. All of that matters. Like these are the most important things. As a matter of fact, I ended up popping this into a bash script and then just using this every time, just because I got tired of whatchamacallit, running it every time. So yeah. If you're free to, if the free to app crashes, you actually need to relaunch everything, which is a real pain in the butt. So again, you really, but my recommendation is grab my Evernote on this and then just use it. It's going to be the best approach. Just make sure to start everything in the correct order because everything matters in the order of this, unfortunately. Um, okay, so let's keep going. So well, hopefully that helped you, Red. Where are we now? We are at, okay, let me find that command. I actually passed these instructions. The instructions we're following right now, I actually passed them to the Brian Thorne Security Operations Center when they were working on this, and they got through it. So I was able to have our SOC verify these instructions. I'm surprised they didn't catch that one, or they did and they just didn't let me know, which is possible. Andrew, let me see. Where do we leave off, everyone? Was it this one? Go APIs x86. Yeah. Okay. So next is AVD Manager. So just paste that in. This is another reason why I like to SSH because like having to type all this in a laptop next to me, especially in such a weird position, isn't very fun. So that's another reason why you want to just quickly install the SSH server. But that way you can copy and paste from my notes. If there's any path issues, make sure bash RC looks like this. So we've got all that. Let me just. Oh, okay. So I remember why I did this. Okay, so let me just hold on. So when you're running these above commands, you might get an invalid command with one of these, like especially AVD manager. That's what I was talking about with AVD manager. But it doesn't look like we did run into any problems. But if for any reason you do run into issues with any of these commands, run this. This is basically what that means. I'm hoping it updates your guys' notes as I make changes here. Hopefully it updates in your guys' view on your web browser. But yeah, you want to update, you want to make sure your bash RC file looks like this if any of these commands fail. So this is just for this, right? So I'm just kind of saying, or let me indent that. Is that better? Hopefully hopefully that looks good for everyone. All right, start emulator with a writable file system. So again, this is going to be important for you. So we've just started the emulator. And one of these commands needs to actually be run within X Windows on the laptop. You can't do it over SSH. And I think it's this one. Let me just, yeah, it's this one. Okay, so I'm going to put this in a bash script. Give me 1 second, everyone. See, yeah, look, you see that, everyone? It crashed, it exited. So it's because I'm not in the GUI. So don't freak out if you get that. I'm going to go to my home directory and I'm just going to run this. I'm just going to, let's see, start start Frida. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Sorry. Okay. Uh, okay. So we want to actually run this at the laptop. Hopefully, unless I need to. Oh, you know what? I apologize, everyone. Hold on. Maybe yes, maybe no. Oh, first of all, the IP address isn't right. I need to update that because my IP is different. If config. What screen am I sharing to all of you? Oh, you guys cannot see. I'm sorry, everyone. I forgot that. Okay, I'm sorry it does that. I forgot. Hold on 1 second. Give me just 1 second. If config. Oh, okay, wait, that is actually correct. Oh, we're not running minim proxy though. All right, starting minim web. Or 81. Sorry, everyone. 80, 81. 27 localhost colon 80, 81. What's the problem here? What's the issue here? Why isn't that working? Telling me it's running. That's weird. right, hold on. Web. -- web host. You think I remember this from our last class? See, I told you, everyone, I have a horrible memory. We freaking had a class on this. All right, there we go. Try that. There we go. What the hell? Okay, so it wasn't working on localhost on the local loopback interface, but it works on the web interface. That's freaking weird. Okay, whatever. It's working, so whatever. Okay, now let's try this. Let me go back to. All right, so that's running. And I want to stop sharing so all of you can see that full screen. All right, can't start beta. So let's just try this. Emulator, AVD, Pixel, Android, API 29, writable system, HP proxy, 1/168.1.10:8080. All right, what am I missing here, everyone? I might be missing emulator. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Duh. Oh, crap. How am I missing emulator? Did I forget a step? That's funny. Okay. Just apt install emulator, maybe? Okay. Hold on. I forgot to write that in my instructions. 1 second, y'all. That's Android emulator. The main Android emulator binary is missing. Hold on, let me see something. SDK. What if I did this? Oh, yes. Oh shit, I not that. RIP. Oh, I'm a dork. You know what I was doing, everyone? I was freaking starting Midem Web on my laptop, not on my Mac. That's why localhost didn't work when I tried to access it on my. Okay, so that's fine. We can do it on the same machine, I guess. But that's why. Okay, I'm an idiot. Sorry, everyone. One moment. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So wow, that was dumb. I can't believe I did that. All right, so yeah, hopefully everyone got what just happened. I thought I was on my Mac when I typed in MidemWeb, and I was actually SSH'd into my laptop. That I'm sure has happened to all of you at least one time, where you were in the wrong SSH window, wrong terminal window. All right, so what I wanted to do actually was to check source Etsy environment. I wanted to check the path source bash rc. All right, so we are Okay, so all right, so that's how to do it. Cool. I always install things through packages if possible, just in case. I just never want to screw around with going to download them from third-party sites or anything. Here to download Google. That's fine. So that's cool. I mean, we could probably have just opened the software tab. I think that's how I did it in the initial thing. Was I opened so just so all of you can see it. Hold on, let me go back. Oh, sorry everyone. I didn't realize I was sharing that screen. Let me just quickly show you what I typed. What happened here. So what I did was, can all of you see that? So what I did was I typed in emulator in SSH with all the paths set, and it basically just said, "Hey, look, emulator's not installed, but this is how you install it: sudo apt install Google Android emulator installer." And then I did that, and that's what it's doing is it's installing the emulator now. But what I wanted to show all of you was not that. I wanted to show all of you this. So there in Ubuntu, there's this Ubuntu software tab, uh, which is actually quite cool. It's kind of like if any of you have a Mac, it's kind of like Apple App Store, the Mac App Store, and you can go in here and actually install software through there, like Android Studio, and I think that's why I left it out of my instructions, is I just set it up there. So let me go back to sharing my screen here. Yeah. So right before here, just for everyone else's own edification, I'll add that in. Great. Make sure I got the file name right. Yeah. All right. So now we should be able to type this command. Let me switch back to this. Oh, look at that. See that, everyone? I've got a typo in my Android API-29. Let me just make sure that that command line's right. Is it API? Yeah, API-29. AVD pixel dash Android dash API dash 29 dash writable system, and then the proxy. Unknown option H. Oh, okay. So and then it's not this. It's why? Why is that not accepting that? Hold on one second. Later dash HT proxy. Anyone know what the correct switch is? Man, emulator. I think I have a typo in there. Dash dash help grep for emulator. Emulator no AVD specified. Yeah. What is that freaking switch? Android emulator. The dash HTTP proxy? Oh, here it is. Um, Simulator. Oh, HTTP underscore, wait, dash HTTP dash proxy option forces them to use the specified HTTP proxy for all outgoing TCP connections. All right, that is the correct switch. So what's the problem? Emulator dash ABD pixel writable system HTTP dash proxy. Is there no colon? Oh, hold on. God damn it. Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to help you with all this because you're going to run into it too. There's a way to turn that on. Let me show you how to do that. Hold on 1 second. I need to correct my thing. HTTP dash proxy space. Okay. Okay, so the hardware acceleration, there's just a command you need to type in at your command line to enable that. Give me 1 minute, I need to find it. Trying to see if I wrote it down. There was a single command you run at the command line. See if I stored it in my notes. Nope, I didn't put in my notes. I'm really bad at taking notes. Jesus. Okay, Ubuntu. Enable hardware acceleration. There it is. I think this is it. No, that's in Chromium. Is this it? Where did I find that freaking command? Paste it in a chat if any of you know it. Yeah, Red. Sorry about that. The dash HTTP proxy address is where you're going to be running midem proxy or widem proxy. Widem proxy. Correct. Sorry everyone. Give me 1 minute. I'm just trying to find that command you're supposed to run to enable this. I forgot how to do it. Silver video CUDA. Oh, KVM. I'm googling the wrong thing. Enable KVM. Dev KVM. All right, this is already enabled. We just need to do it in the operating system. Found it. Let me switch to. Hold on, everyone. I'm going to switch to SSH. 1 second. think I found it, everyone. This looks familiar. All right. Yeah, it's currently set to 0. Cannot found. I know it supports it. I just can't remember. Hold on. Let me just do this. Let this do its thing. I know we're on the right track. Trying to remember how to. It is definitely enabled in the BIOS because obviously I was running this before. But there's something you need to actually do with KVM on Ubuntu. So the error it's giving us is that dev KVM was not found. So I think it's just installing the KVM kernel module. See, already did it. All right. This should do it, right? Hopefully. Okay, no. Nope. All right. When in doubt, paste your error message into Google. Um, God, I remember it was like just a single command I ran at the command line to turn it on. Ubuntu 2004 enable KVM. I did this right. Oh, this is one of those things where I need to close the window and reopen it. Nope. Come on. Let's okay. Hold on. All right, I have a feeling. Let me go into Android Studio and see if it's turned off. 1 second. Hey everyone, I am installing Android Studio. It doesn't look like I had it installed. I'm installing it right now. I can pull this up. Let me check chat. Then just run kvm-ok. Yeah, but I mean, I got this before. Oh, ooh. I wasn't running it as root. God damn it. Hold on. I had this error message before, but I enabled it. It actually does support it and enabled it and got it working. Hey Thomas, yeah, I'll post those. Give me just 1 minute. You must install KVM with the following commands. Sudo apt install. Hey Thomas, I'm looking forward to meeting you in real life too. Let me try the sudo command, Jose. Sudo Jose. Sudo apt. Yeah, this is the one that this is the command I ran before. Yeah, see, I've got them all. I remember I ran into this error message before, and I ran something at the command line. Is it possible that it was turned off in my BIOS again? Let me All right, I'm installing Android Studio. Let me see if that Yeah, let me see if I can check Android Studio and see if that package is installed that they're talking about here. Intel x86 emulator accelerator hacks them. I can't believe I didn't write that down in my notes. We're almost there. We're almost there. I guess I can keep go while that's installing. I can just keep keep going. Let me just keep googling these error messages till we find it. General information on acceleration. Let me hit this website and see what it says. This is what I get for not writing down the command I ran. I swear it was like one simple command I ran and it fixed it. Configure hardware acceleration for the Android emulator. All right, well that's running. Where are we at with this? 95%. This feels like too much. This feels like I just ran one command before and it turned it on. All right, everyone, Android Studio is installed. Give me 1 minute. Let me pull it up and see if. See, I'll just have you follow along with me. All right. Oh, here you go, guys. Look at this. We've detected that your system can run the Android Accelerated Performance Mod. Next system support virtual machine with KVM. Follow configure hardware except for the Android to enable KVM and achieve better performance. Okay. So this must be what I did. Finish. All right, so it's downloading and installing stuff. I think I remember needing to actually install um, the full blown Android Studio before I got everything working. So let me add that to my notes real fast. Okay. All right, so that's doing that. Check whether Kivin is currently installed on Linux. I want to say we did all that, but let's go ahead and hit finish. Welcome Android Studio. All right, let's set this aside for now. I'm going to follow these steps. close that. So sudo apt-get install. I think I already installed this, but just in case, cpu checker. Would help if I spelt it right? So that's installed already. And yeah, this is what we already ran. Either enough or one or Grammys version is enough of but it does. We know that it does. Sudo. Yes, it does. I had this running before. I feel like we already ran this, but yeah, already run. Okay, that was not helpful. No, that was not helpful. Alrighty then. Okay, what did I do to fix this? Jose, that's what I'm wondering. But I had it enabled before. Why would it not be enabled now? Um, all right, hold on. Let me try. You know what? Let me try it anyway. Um, enable acceleration, CPU acceleration, HP Spectre. It's in the BIOS, isn't it? Yeah. System configuration. All right, everyone, give me a second. I'm going to reboot. Let me switch to okay. So yeah, let's try. I think it's in those BIOS somewhere. Maybe it got turned off. Ah, Jesus. Come on. Why is going into BIOS such a pain in the butt on laptops? Oh my god. Sorry, everyone. Give me a minute. It's such a pain in the ass. Finally. Sorry about that. All right, system configuration virtualization. Oh, look at that! It got re-disabled. Oh my god! I'm sorry, everyone. You know what, Jose? You were right. For some reason, it got disabled again. I swear, all of you. I swear, I was enabled before. I don't know how it got disabled. All right. All I did was reinstall Ubuntu for this class, so I don't know why it went from enabled to disabled. But okay, fine. Well, that's embarrassing. I don't know. I don't know what caused that. I swear I had it enabled. Swear it. I was using it for the pen test. All right, Jose. Where do we continue off? What do we do? Let's go back. What step are we on? All right, everyone. Talk to me. Come on, Red. Where were we at? All right, let's see. Let's try that again. I think we just need to go. Oh, maybe if we just run this and then I don't think we need to go through that whole CPU checker again, do we? Hold on, let's see. All right. Come back. Yay! We did it! All right, everyone. Good job. All right, hold on. Let's see. Um. Oh, core down. Hold on. I'm wondering if it's because our proxy's not running. Let's do midem web. What was it? Dash web host. 192.168.1.110 colon 8080. Oh wait, damn it! What's happening? Everything's crashing. Wow, this is not good. Like, what is happening right now? Okay, so midem web. Okay, so something it doesn't like something that I'm passing to it. Hold on. All right, so that's fine. Let's do this. I think it's weird running the proxy on the same machine anyway. So let's do this. Hold the phone. All right, so that's my cessation session. This is my Mac Studio. We're gonna run midem web. If config 0. We're gonna run sudo web dash web. Oh, is it dash? Oh, is that what I'm screwing up on? Midem dash web host HB. Yeah, 1.56. That didn't. Okay, that worked, but that didn't do what we wanted it to. Hold on. Sorry, everyone. All right. Midem web dash web host 110. Okay, Alyssa. Clearly, it's getting late. All right. So it's working now, everyone. We've got Midem Web run on 8081 for the web interface, proxy listing on 8080. Now we want to tell the emulator that that's where it needs to send the packets. So emulator um 1.56:8080. All right, why is it core dumping? Complaining about the emulation stuff. That's freaking weird. All right, did we miss a step? Hmm. Core dumped. It's not good. Info QT logger warning ignoring XDG said Wayland on GNOME. Do I need to be using sudo? No. Well, that's no, it's not sudo. Writable system HP proxy. Oh shit! Hold on. Nope, still nothing. We didn't get that other pop-up error message. Oh, what's happening, guys? Funky. Yeah, sudo gets me all the time too. Unfortunately, it wasn't privileges. I'm gonna Google this error we're getting though. Um, I mean that's definitely not good. Let me see. Android emulator closed because of an internal error. Demuggle config init blacklisted. That just looks nasty. Hold on 1 second. Let me check. What are people saying? You need to check whether if there's a pending update under Tools SDK Manager, SDK Tools. This error sometimes occurs because of out of date components like Android Emulator or Android SDK Platform Tools. All right. System config, system for new projects. Thanks for new project. Android emulator. Oh, SDK tools. Installed. New platform tools. Installed. That should be fine. Let's see. Just update all pending updates, then invalidate cache and restart and try to create a new AVD. Doesn't look like it needs to be updated to me. Looks fine. In the AVD configuration, under emulate performance, change the graphics to software. In the AVD configuration, under emulated performance. Let's see, cancel. Oh wait, actions download. What? What's this? Oh, emulated performance graphics. Deliver should be running the emulator. There's nothing listed. Wait, you must select a system membership, create an AVD. Why is all this stuff not filled in? We did all this. That doesn't look correct, does it? Doesn't look complete. Did we skip a step, everyone? What's happening? What's happening? Let's walk through this. Just in case, let's walk through this walk through this again. Give me a minute here. Alright. Let's do this again. Sudo apt. Download currently tools. Did that. Did all that. Let's give them something to talk about. Fine. It's fine. This is the creation of the AVD. That Visual Picture already exists. Try use this if you want to replace it. Let's just do -- force. For my dirty wordy. All right. All right. Did that. Now start emulator with a writable file system. Still a core dump. Let me just try getting rid of all these extra switches, everyone. Let's see what happens. Oh, still getting it. Let me try removing writable system. Yeah, still core dumped. Okay. Your message is talking about an issue with the GPU. Um, Info QT logger CB68 warning ignoring XGG session type Wayland unknown. Do we need to do that KVM OK thing? Do you think we need to run those other? Hold on. Okay, that's good. KVM acceleration can be used. Do that. Do that. Oh, goodness, 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 goodness. Yeah, Red, I agree with you. This is a real pain in the ass. This is definitely the first time we're into this. I didn't it didn't core dump on me like this last time. I mean, I think what I can try doing is just deleting the. We could. Why don't we try deleting the thingamajiggy that we created, and then try recreating it. Let's try deleting the pixel. Let's try deleting the virtual device. This is bothering me. That's weird to see that. And try deleting it. Let me. Let's see. Do you guys think that maybe something got messed up because I enabled virtual acceleration after we installed all this crap? So because it wasn't enabled beforehand, it's causing an issue? I don't know. It's freaking weird. We built this city on rock and roll. Okay. Let me try googling this error message we're getting. Emulator info Qt logger CPP 68 info warning ignoring IDG session type Wayland. I don't know if this has anything to do with it. That's crap. Nothing's changed on my hardware, so it can't be a hardware issue. Nothing's changed. I don't know what's going on. Let me grab an error message from the pop-up window. I don't think that's the actual error message. Let me see, show details. Operating system Ubuntu, CPU, GPU, unknown, crash reason, SIG, processing no time. A lot of crap and garbage. Still my stuff with the emulator. Let's see. Let's notify. Host GPU selected, enabling Vulkan. Oh, look at that. I think it's the same thing we're getting. Oh, it's on a Windows box. But will disable your Vulkan driver, enable your GL Direct driver and your AVD don't lag anymore. Watch image below. Start your AVD and you will be able to use it without any troubles. This is driver issues. Hmm. Maybe if I switch it to software instead? Let me see. But still, it was empty, wasn't it? Let me see. Android. Sorry, everyone. I know we're going way over. Wait a minute. Why is the virtual device gone now? We created one. Why is our virtual device gone? What? Is that the old one? Oh, that's the old one. I'm like, what the hell happened? All right. Jesus! Why are there all these problems? Why is it's working before class? I don't know what's going on now. Now that totally crashed. All right. We're already way over, everyone. I'm sorry. Um, Oh, actually, it's only 5:40. We're okay on time. All right. Any of you guys have any ideas here? Error for Android emulator. Android emulator close because of an internal and it's not really our error message. That is a YouTube video. Advanced features which are in the privacy and everything. But virtual machines are all features. None of these fools are doing this on you ask to restart the machine enabled in the file, but if the virtualization is not enabled in the file. Alright, that's when all that crap started for us. We did that. We did that. That's what got us this error message. I wonder if something to do with me turning on virtualization, which is weird. Alright. Hold on. Let me go back here. After turning on virtualization, do we need to do something with the operating system? Here we go. Let's try this. KVM. Where enable KVM? We did that. Sudo KVM. Okay. Do we need to run an update? I wonder if turning on virtualization. Oh, look at that, everyone! See the Vulkan drivers? That was in our error. That Vulkan was in our thing. Let's And didn't one of the articles say that it's because of something being out of date? How about apt upgrade? Sudo apt update. I wonder if that's what's wrong. I remembered seeing Vulkan in our error message, right? It was something about GPU and then enabling Vulkan. And then one of the articles we read said something about you get this happens when something is out of date and you need to update it. So maybe turning on virtualization is requiring Ubuntu to upgrade something with the drivers. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. This is a shot in the dark. This is a total shot in the dark. But I do remember seeing something about Vulkan, so it's interesting that Vulkan is listed there. Let me go back to chat and see if any of you guys are saying anything new. Let's see. Hey, Hacker Buff, good to see you. Oh, did you just land in Vegas? Did you just get to Vegas? I didn't know you were coming to Vegas. I have to drop and spend time with the wife, but we'll post in Slack if I have questions. Hey, Packet, thanks for joining us. Yeah, Jose, great job. Hopefully they give you some sort of bounty for finding that. Hey, Funky. So if you find a hard-coded key or token, it depends on what it's to. It's you want to make sure that see, that's the problem is if you then take that API secret, like whether it's a token or something or key and take it to the API with Postman and use it to see if it is anything worthy of something important. You're technically doing stuff without their approval or permission. Um, Funky, did you just Alyssa? Did you just say insane in the file name? Insane in the file name? What? What are you talking about? I missed something. Maybe I missed something. No, I was talking about like Vulkan. It was one of the file names had Vulkan in it, and I remembered that there was an in the error message when it was starting. It was talking about Vulkan. So I'm hoping this is gonna fix it. So let's see. Like I said, it's a shot in the dark. Oh fuck. See, enabling Vulkan. Shit. What is going on? Oh, shit. All right, why aren't those getting updated then? Oh goodness. Core 20. What's Core 20? All right, it's saying that it's Snap has no updates available. What is Core 20? I have a feeling that this is like something is not upgraded or updated. It has something to do with us enabling GPU or CPU virtualization, and something's all jacked now. Downloading change information. Uh, hey, Hacker Vegas. I wish Alyssa just woke up. Time zone's a mess of my head. Oh, sorry. I thought you said something about just landing. Funky, a Cypress Hill reference. That is hilarious. No, no, I'm definitely insane in the membrane at this point for sure. Um, uh, Cypress Hill. That's awesome. Did you add the cert to the Android emulator? No, I don't think we've gotten that far yet at this point. Yay, Jose! I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. Good job finding that. Um, I won't ask what bank or what the key was to. um, oh, okay. All right, everyone. This might have to be where we stop today because now I've got to get ready for Night Squared. If any of you are going to join us for Night Squared, Mel and I are going to have a very special guest. Her brother, a complete genius when it comes to cryptocurrency stuff. We're going to be talking hardware wallets, um, uh, crypto exchange, API hacking. So we're going to talk about all that at Night Squared. And it's happening like right now following this show. So as soon as I log off the air on this show, I'm going to walk out to Studio B and we're going to do the live stream for Night Squared in Studio B. So yeah. The only thing is this is pissing me off. I hate that we're ending here on this core dump. It sucks. All right, everyone. I'm going to research this and find out what the heck is going on. I promise not to change anything major or whatever without all of you with me, but I do want to research this before we go into the next show. So what I'll do is I'm going to try and fix this. That I will write down everything that I did to fix it in case all of you run into it. Um, and then worst case scenario, what I can do is just blow the whole thing away. And now that virtualization is re-enabled, um, yeah, I don't know. It's like the whole thing, if you think about it, the whole thing is weird because we couldn't start the emulator without virtualization, but we turned on virtualization, which was on before I reinstalled Ubuntu for this class, and working. And now that I've turned it on, it's causing the emulator to core dump. So I don't know what's going on, but I will troubleshoot this and find out what's causing it, and then I'll write down my troubleshooting steps. So if any of you run into this, you can fix it. But unfortunately, we have to end the show here. That way, I've got some time to work on setting up the other set with Mel and Matt. So if all of you are going to stay awake and want to join us, Night Squared is starting in 10 minutes. Yeah, yeah, would love to see all of you in that other show. And then we will start off the show hopefully with good news. And me trying to figure out what caused it. I want to try and troubleshoot it before I just blow it away and try and reinstall everything. But yeah, because it's certainly weird. Um, the only thing that I did differently in this time is I installed emulator through apt before. Do you remember that? I did an apt install emulator on Google Emulator, and before Android emulator was installed when I installed Android Studio. So I'm don't know why that would make a difference, but I'm gonna try doing it that way and see if it fixes it. And assume that there's something up with that package that's installed from apt, and see if that fixes it. So anyway, Jose, Corey, Hacker, Funky Monk, Packet, everyone, Red, thank you for joining us today. I love all of you. Um, Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in the next Shadow Academy. And between now and then, despite Black Hat and everything going on, I'm still going to work to troubleshoot this and find out what the heck is going on so I can help all of us. Um, Love you guys. Thank you. Thanks, Red. Thanks, Corey. Thank you, everyone. You guys have a good night. Hopefully, we'll see you in the next show. If not, I understand if you want to get some sleep, depending on what time it is where you're at. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next Shadow Academy. Talk to you soon.